Happy New Year, IG family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Brand new year, brand new scoop and curls and all that good stuff. I hope that your new year started off well. Mine started off with a lot of technical stuff. I traded in my phone. I got one of those Apple 13 Pro Max. All right, here's some auntie advice. Make sure your SIM card and everything transfers over because with mine it didn't, and it was driving me nuts. I couldn't reach people on Android. It was a mess. It was a few hours of technical stuff going on, but it's been fixed. That was like one of my goals this weekend. But isn't it a pain when you switch over a phone? I really don't like switching over and upgrading because it's always something and it takes a little time to get used to it. How about New Year's Eve and Betty White dying? When the story broke, nobody believed it. They were like, oh, this is a joke. We're getting ready to celebrate her 100th birthday. Betty White died peacefully in her sleep. She would have turned 100 on January 17th. What was it about her that made her stand out as this icon? I really think it was her smile. I think it was her kindness. She had an incredible career. To die peacefully in your sleep, that is a blessing. She has some tips on how to lead a happier life. And I love some of the stuff she said, like, find something that you love to do, which I often say. Get a job you love, because life can get hard and beat you up. But if you love what you do, kind of can get you over it. But find something that you love to do. Is it traveling? Is it cooking? Is it reading? Find something that you love to do. She said kindness and hot dogs. Now, I know the hot dogs, they ain't for everybody. But she had kindness and hot dogs. Never stop learning. You're not always the smartest person in the room, and actually, you learn something new every single day. Say you're sorry even if it hurts. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to say you're sorry. But sometimes you just have to, chalk it up and say you're sorry, even though it hurts. It just shows you're the bigger person. I love this one. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the worst things to me about social media, people are constantly comparing. You cannot look at someone's life and say, oh, their life is perfect. Oh, they seem happy. Because social media is an illusion. You don't look at someone else's life and think that it's so perfect and that they never have problems. People are putting their best foot on social media, not their worst. So the comparing is a no-no. You cannot have their life, and guess what? They can have your life. You do the best with what you have, with what God has blessed you. And if you're in that quandary of, well, I don't know who I am, I don't know what to do, pray on it. It'll come to you. Do you make New Year's resolutions? All right, I wasn't going to make a New Year's resolution this year. But my New Year's resolution is stop saying I have to. I have to go to work. I got to go home and cook dinner. I got to do this. I have to. I'm really going to try to eliminate I have to from my vocabulary. I said, Patty, you're going to get up and say, I'm going to go in and play some great music today. I'm going to give out some great information and just give somebody a hug like we're going to do now because we start off with a hug. So make somebody happy, make somebody smile, maybe make somebody angry because they didn't like what I talked about today. Instead of saying, I have to cook dinner, I'm going home to prepare my family a wonderful meal. But that's for me. I'm just trying to eliminate I have to in my life, and it just goes into being grateful. Let's remember actor Max Julian. The 1973 movie, The Mac, really put him on the map. He died in his sleep on his birthday at the age of 88. The Mac was one of those blaxploitation movies, but the soundtrack was fire. Willie Hutch had a song, Brother's Gonna Work It Out. I played that the other night during the oldie show. It was a phenomenal movie. It was groundbreaking. He also had Thomasina and Bushrod. He starred with his ex, Vanetta McGee. It was like a black Bonnie and Clyde. He wrote Cleopatra Jones, so he was acting, he was screenwriting. He was Uncle Fred in How to Be a Player with Bill Bellamy. He was in, I think he was Biggie Smalls in Let's Do It Again. Because when Biggie tried to go, under Biggie Smalls, they made him stop. And they were like, name change. And that's when he just switched to the notorious B.I.G. Anywho, he made his money from the residuals from those films and projects that he had. But Max Julian was something else. And he passed away in his sleep on his birthday on New Year's Day. Is Lori Harvey pregnant? She referred to Michael B. Jordan as her baby daddy. And she ain't pregnant right now. She planning on it. There could be a baby in 2022 or a baby made in 2022. I have to tell you, I didn't think this relationship had legs. Apparently it does. And apparently we could be seeing Lori Harvey as a mommy with Michael B. Jordan. Is Halle Berry married? No. The Oscar winner thought it was funny to post a picture of her and singer Van Hunt, and she seems very in love. But they're not married. They will probably be getting married. But at the moment, Halle is single, but she appears very much in love with singer Van Hunt. But if she does get married, it'll be marriage number 4. Devon Franklin going through a rough time with his divorce with Megan Good. Boy, did they shock a lot of people with the end of their marriage at 9 years. He posted something on social media where he had been crying, and he said he's taking a break from social media, and he probably should. Meanwhile, Megan Good, her post, she living her best life. Cue up Little Duval, I'm living my best life. There were no tears with hers. The Janet Jackson documentary, I'm so excited about that weekend. I said I will do absolutely nothing that weekend. January 28th, 29th on Lifetime in A&E. This is Janet Jackson. Her story, her life, her truth. Trailer dropped and everybody in it from Tyler Perry, Whoopi Goldberg, Missy Elliott. And I love this woman, Janelle Monáe. I keep forgetting her name. Said Mariah Carey, Janelle Monáe. A lot of people are in it. Paula Abdul, where they're all talking about Janet. Janet Jackson opens up like never before. I was surprised to see Jermaine Dupri talking and Q-Tip, because she dated both of them. I was like, when the exes have something nice to say. She talks about growing up as a Jackson, how strict Joe Jackson was. Her relationship with Michael Jackson. She called her brother Mike. We see Janet Jackson as a mother, which is really good. Her mom, who finds it very difficult to talk about her son Michael Jackson, but she is over the top thrilled of Janet Jackson being a mother and watching her be a mom and get into that role. She talks about her career, the ups and the downs and the training and the dancing. I can't wait. Janet Jackson, January 28th, 29th on Lifetime and on the A&E network. Trey Songz. Why does his name always come up with rape allegations and these women? Are his handlers concerned, like, your reputation, dude? You look up rape in the dictionary and his face comes up. They really need to get that under control, because too many accusations are flying, and when there's smoke, there is fire. I know everybody mad about Steve Harvey having another job, but Judge Steve Harvey debuts on ABC Tuesday night, and no, he's not wearing a robe, but he's the judge and the jury. Also, Blackish is returning tomorrow night. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is guest starring. This is the 8th and final season. Abbott Elementary, Quinta Brunson, Shirley Ralph, Tyler James Williams. It's a funny show. It is. I ain't just saying that. It's a very funny show. It debuts in its regular time slot on ABC. Sex and the City. Will there be a season 2? They're saying it might not be because of Chris Noth and everything that happened with him. He played Mr. Big. And I was like, wait a minute. They killed him in the first episode, so you can't blame him. Yes, he made headlines, but that's not the reason why that show has not been embraced. First off, you don't have Samantha. People miss Samantha. Actress Kim Cattrall. It's too woke. It's the show, they're trying to be everything to everybody, and we're just going to make everybody happy. Well, you can't make everybody happy, because in the 90s, when this show was a hit, it wasn't trying to be politically correct and, making this group happy and that group happy and that group. It was just a show that you enjoyed. You just enjoyed the show and the adventures of Carrie and the outfits that she wore. But people are not, they're not like embracing this. And I think that is the reason. Can we talk about football player Antonio Brown? Tampa Bay Bucks, he made headlines over the weekend by walking away from the team. Took a shirt off, gave the deuces in the air. I think there's something wrong with him. A very talented player who's been known to make headlines. Why did he leave the game? Was it his ankle? Did he tell the coach, like, I'm having problems with my ankle? Or he just decided, they said he just wouldn't get in the game. Years ago, he took a hit to the head. And when I saw this clip, it seemed like they were going to knock his head off. I think that CTE is real. And yes, we may love the game of football, but CTE is real. And I'm not going to be surprised. Down the line, they say that he suffered from it. He's got kids all over the place, troubled relationships. It's always something with Antonio Brown. But he was talented, so people kept giving him gigs. I don't think he's getting a football gig after this, because people are tired. You can wear people out. But I really think that CTE is behind what's going on with Antonio Brown. And that's not to make excuses, but his behavior is like... Whoopi Goldberg testing positive for COVID-19. When you show up for work, they test you. You can't even come to the door. You got to get tested. Her symptoms are very mild. She'll probably be back on The View next week. David Bowie's music catalog has been sold to the Warner Chappell Music for $250 million. The entire David Bowie catalog. Bishop Desmond Tutu, the priest, South Africa, who passed away last week. His body is going to be aquamated. I thought this was really interesting. Aquamation is an environmentally friendly way of cremation, where your body is disposed of with water and not fire. Thought that was interesting. Get well, comedian actor George Lopez, who took ill on New Year's Eve. And Keanu Reeves, who knew that he donated most of the money from The Matrix to cancer research. Yes, 70% he would donate of his salary from The Matrix. Now, he was getting paid for the back end, so he made money. But he has given them millions. His sister has been battling leukemia for the past 8 years, and he got really involved in cancer research. Happy New Year, everybody. I saw this episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Y'all know I love Larry David. And he says that you're not supposed to say Happy New Year after January 7th. What are your thoughts? Do you just say Happy New Year to people that you may, see for the first time in the new year? Or do you say, no, there's an expiration date. We stop saying it after this. I'm going to ride it out into the 7th. And so I will come on every week with Happy New Year, everybody. And thanks so much for joining us. You never want to miss anything. So make sure you hit the notification button and leave a comment because Auntie goes through these comments, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's not cute not knowing, and guess what? Now you know. What's up, everybody in Twitter world? Thanks so much for joining us. It's not cute not knowing. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.